Welcome. Thank you for stopping by and choosing to listen to this message for today. I want you to go ahead and look at these two cards before you. You have the King of Pentacles as well as the Emperor, and they are both in reverse. Now, these two cards represent the underlining energy that runs throughout your heart, your mind, your body, and dare I say your spirit. Whether you are aware of this or not, it does not matter. This energy may still exist for you for the month of December 2024, as well as the first week of January 2025. And if you can't quite connect with these two cards right away, that's okay. I'm here to clarify that for you to give you a deeper understanding. My name is Kimberly, and this is from Loved Ones Tarot. And this is for all my Aquariuses for, again, the month of December and the first week of January. Now, when I look at these two cards, I get the sense of failed leadership, a neglect of your responsibilities. And with this neglect of your responsibilities, there are people who are affected by your decision making, and they are affected in a negative way. Now, what sort of ways? Well, it depends on who you're leading, who you're guiding, who are you providing for. Whatever your obligation is to them, be it at home, at work, or at school, whatever it is that you are responsible for, you are not adequately providing. Okay, that is the underlining energy that I'm getting, is failed leadership or misguided. How can I say this? Whatever your attention is on for the month of December and January, you're not prioritizing what you should be prioritizing. So you're a little bit misguided in what you feel you need to prioritize on. Therefore, there exists some neglect within your home or at work or at school or within your relationships. I do get, because they're both masculine energy, for many of you, you carry with you masculine energy, and you don't necessarily have to be a man. You just have masculine energy within you for this month or for December and January. So you could be a little more assertive, a little more straight to the point, a little more, perhaps you do take advantage of your position and power, and whatever power that may be, or you may not. It could be granted to you by other people who see you as a leader, who accept you as a leader, or who have no option or no choice for you to be a leader. So you could be a parent or a partner or a supervisor, just someone in a position that other people listen to you. And again, it's something's lacking in the way you operate and manage. But we'll get into it. So if that connected with you in any way, then this reading is for you. Or if you're still not sure, please keep watching and you'll get that understanding you need. Is there anything else for the underlining energy? No, just overall. Overall, some of you are very narrow-minded, given the two kings. Some of you for this month may be experiencing everything has to be your way, or you're so set on a goal that you don't want to veer away from that goal. And some of you may be too preoccupied with your reputation or what the public or other people perceive of you, so perhaps that has blinded you. But we'll go into detail to see what we're dealing with. This is your current emotional state, these two cards. You have the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So emotionally, for December and for the first week of January, you perhaps have a new purpose in life, a new desire in life, and it has to deal with who you are, who you feel that you are. So there's something new within you, something has shifted, and you're just now starting to plan on how to follow through with that feeling, that feeling of self-transformation. Perhaps some of you have gotten promoted at work, or you have been promoted in your household. You carry with you new responsibilities, or even more increasing responsibilities. You have been granted more power than before. And I see that it's something, it's just new. It's a new feeling. So there may be some anxiety, nervousness, but excitement. There's some optimism there for something. You may have a goal in mind, but there's something you want to move forward with and succeed at, and other people again are affected by it. But because it's the Page, you're just at the very beginning of your journey, or you're young. Some of you may be younger, or just starting in a career, or in a relationship, or you just started a family. But at least you are. I'll just not say anything. Moving on. And this is your mental state. So what are you thinking about for December? You have the Fool and the Knight of Wands. So again, you have this new energy to you, that I said that is within your heart. The Fool is just at the beginning of a new journey, a different kind of journey, and he doesn't think ahead. Rather, he has the belief and the faith and the hope that everything will work out as it should. So he's just going to take off on this journey with no preparation, or little to no preparation. And that's almost, how can I say, not clarified, but it's almost, it's not a stamp of approval. I can't talk today. But if you look at the Knight of Wands is in reverse, meaning the vision for your future and for the future of other people who may be affected by your decisions. Your vision is not there. It could be short-sighted, again, because of you have two leaders in your underlining energy who have failed, or their power is weakening. Your vision in your mind is showing as, yes, your vision for the future is cloudy, it's short-sighted, it's worried about the wrong things. And it could be because you are too hopeful that everything should work out as it should. Are you used to getting your way? Or are you so good at what you do? Are you so intelligent? Or do you have the skills and the talent, and you have the grit and the adaptability, flexibility, that you can navigate your way through anything that comes your way? So now you're too confident that you don't have to really sit down and make a plan and then stick to a plan. It looks like for some of you. Let me see. Yeah, that's one. Let me do one more card for clarity, just in case, if I can get to my cards. Oh, here they are. I dropped them. The King of Pentacles. Now, notice that the energy underlining you is the King of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So if you will look at this, take this image quite literally, right? Tarot can paint a story, and this is the story for you. If you are the Knight of Wands, and I know it was upside down, but if you're on a horse galloping, right? You're trying to get to the King of Pentacles and not be the fool. You're trying to not be the fool. You're trying to figure out a way to become a successful king, a successful leader, a successful provider of financial stability, of wealth, generational wealth for yourself, for other people. And you're something's preventing you from moving on from the beginning stages in your mind. So there could be a blockage there. What are you thinking about then? Is it just a blockage? I'm just going to pull one more card to see if I can pick up my cards. Please clarify the blockage. Just play one more card. The Magician. Okay, so some of you have unrealistic expectations, or you're lost in the fantasy of your future, or in the fantasies of who you are and what you do. So maybe you're overestimating, again, your talent, your skills. Either you're overestimating, or you're just just believing that everything is going to work out. So nothing is getting manifested for you in reality. So, okay, moving on to, let me put my cards down. Moving on to your intentions. This is what you want people to see and believe about you based on your actions in your day-to-day life. You have the Tower. You have the Tower and the Star. So if you're experiencing some issues right now, some losses, some instability, some tension, conflict, something that's just not comfortable for you and for other people that you provide for, that you lead. You want other people to see and believe that everything is going to work out, that everything's going to be fine. You want them to have hope. You want them to have faith and belief that everything will work out as it should. So again, you're being hopeful in your mind with the Fool. So you could take the Fool for what it is. The Fool being you're foolish, not realistic, not being reasonable, just not being responsible, maybe not even mature. You could think of it as that way as well for some of y'all. But again, like I said, it just deals with having that youthful, hopeful optimism. And you want people to believe in a higher power, a higher purpose, that everything will work out and you'll get to a place of ultimate satisfaction, of stability and peace. But what are you actually doing? This is what we can see from you in real life, despite your intentions. You have the Page of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. And did you not have a page? Oh, yes, you did. Sorry, I'm getting sick. It's winter. So it happens, right? What can you do? You have the Page of Pentacles in your heart. What we can see from you is that you're actually the Page of Wands, okay? And you, if you would take it as a story, you're looking at, could represent who you provide for, who you lead. So the people that you provide for and that you guide or you mentor or that you support, they're out in the cold. And some of them are experiencing some setbacks, some loss, financially especially, but just based upon your actions. So maybe they're not as healthy, or they're not as successful, they're not as wealthy, they're not as comfortable in life, they're not as happy. And you're trying to figure out, the Page of Wands, again, is like, did you get the King of Wands? Oh, you got the Knight. In your mind, you think you are the Knight, which is a step up from the beginning stages. So you're not, it looks like you're not the Knight that you think you are, which is why when you try to be the Knight, you cannot manifest what you want. Okay, you cannot manifest being the King of Pentacles. You can't turn your situation around, because you're actually the Page, and you need to, I guess well, I'm not going to give advice. This is just what we actually see. You're actually just the Page. You're taking baby steps to recovery, but it's not, that doesn't mean you're being successful, but we can see. So I'm going to get one more card. Sorry, I'm like losing my voice. And I'm like, no, I want to finish. Let's pull one more card for what we can actually see. So one more card for what we can actually see. Please, just for all the Aquariuses. The Eight of Cups. Okay, so you're staying. Are you not happy where you are? Which could also be why your leadership is lacking, or you're neglecting your duties. There's something about your life that you're not satisfied with. And because you're not satisfied, it's creating that mental blockage. So even though you want to be in a better place, you want other people to be in a better place, you can't really envision what that better place looks like. Or if you can envision, you just can't take those necessary steps. And it's because something within you is not happy, either with a circumstance or situation, your place in life, a relationship, or the way things are at home or at work. You're still just trying, you're just trying to figure it out. Nothing's successful for you yet. Okay, so this is checking in with your alignment, with your heart, mind, body. All right. And if that gave you some validation, then there you go. Moving on to the current situation that needs to be addressed for you. And my toddler, he chewed up my cards. You see his little teeth marks. Sorry. The cards still work, all right? I believe in you don't throw away a good thing. You have the Six of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So again, what was in your mind? A unsuccessful Knight of Wands. The issue here is that you you want to be able to move. Oh, you know what? That's funny though. You want to be able to move forward into either a new place, a new place in life, quite literally. So like a new job, a new home, a new city, a new country, or a new relationship, or a new purpose in life. You want to move forward, right? Move on, right? But you also have a vision of staying of staying where you're at and making it work. So part of you wants to move on, just completely change everything about your life. And another part of you is like, no, we're going to charge this way. We're going to move back to, we're going to stay. We're going to make things work. And the other part of you is like, no, we're going this way. So how can I help you? Or how can your loved ones on the other side help you with that duality within you that's fighting? This is the energy you need more of. This is the energy that you need less of. So you're gonna, okay, starting with what you need more of, the Six of Wands. It looks like you're going to have to take a stand. So if you're fighting between one option and the other option, you know what? Let me do one more card for, I'm going to get one more clarity card for your situation. One more card for situation for Aquariuses. Six of Cups. Oh, okay. So again, centered around your, it could be a family, it could be your children, it could be a place in time or a place in your life where you feel most safe, the most secure, the most happy, the most at home. So if it's not your family or your children, you could, for some of y'all, take it as the picture that it paints. So you, wait, this way. For some of you, you want to move to a different type of happiness within your family, and some of you need to leave it. So, or leave behind what you know that is safe and secure to move forward with something, that this vision that you have in your mind, if that makes sense. Or for some of y'all, we could put it in the middle. Both sides of you want to go back to this place of security and home. I think that's it for most of you, not the other way around. Some of you, yes, you have this new role, this new purpose in life that you want to leave, quite literally leave your family. Maybe you're forced to kind of relocate or travel for work, but you feel it necessary that you have to travel for work because it will better your family, but it's not working out. People are not happy at home, I think, for some of y'all. But for some of y'all too, if we put it in the middle, both sides of you is focused on what matters most to you. However, both sides of you want something different out of this situation or this relationship or this family or this life that you've built with other people. Okay, it's just two sides of you. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense for y'all. There's just many different people that get channeled into this message, and there's just this overwhelming feeling of like, I want this, but I also want that, and I want that, but I want this, and then, but who gets affected by my actions? Anyway, back to the energy you need more of. So the Six of Wands. So because you're a little bit down in regards to how you operate and how you lead and how you provide, your loved ones on the other side want you to believe that you can choose the right, you could choose the right option and you're going to succeed at it. So perhaps your confidence is a little low. Or do you not believe that you can get yourself out of whatever you've gotten into? Whatever it may be. I don't want to call it a mess. I don't want to say you're in a mess. Or you've, but maybe for some of y'all. But most of you, you're just trying to, okay, so now you're in this position of power. Now you can make decisions, and so what next? Your loved ones just want you to be a little more confident. Or fake it till you make it. Probably you need to have a little more positivity. So your perspective has to be more positive, and you have to, you know what? Let me do one more for that. One more for the energy that they need more of for Aquarius is just one more. 10 of Cups. Okay. All right. Again, going back to relationships, back to your family. If I could pick it up. So yes, you're going to have a little more confidence and faith that you're going to be able to come back home. Figuratively, I can't even say it. You know what I'm trying to say. How about, let's just say metaphorically, I can say that. I can say that word. Metaphorically speaking, you're going to have to believe that you can come home with a win. You can come home a changed person for the better. And when you do come home, everyone is going to be happy. They're going to get what they want. Now, you are in your energy the King of Pentacles, but the energy you need more of is surrounding Cups. And Cups is just a little bit more, you prioritize a little bit more of compassion and empathy and love and a deeper connection internally, okay? So Well, just moving on. And the energy, again, that you need less of. The Three of Cups. So it looks like you're gonna some of y'all may be overdoing it on your entertainment or your enjoyment with socializing or whatever you like to do on your when you're not working. And a part of it has to deal with because you may have a mental block or because of you've been experiencing some setbacks or pushback in regards to your leadership and how you provide and how you support and manage and operate with other people, that you are finding comfort in other people's company, or you're finding comfort in your vices. So you could take this card quite literally, the cups, as drinking too much for some of y'all. Not everyone in December and January, which makes sense because it's holiday season. People are on vacation or they're taking days off, or just the holiday season triggers. Maybe you have some winter blues, seasonal depression, or so it causes you to want to not think about your issues or your problems, and it makes you want to find some type of way to cope or way to just some way to cope for some of y'all. So the energy you need less of is either less drinking, less trying to focus your mind on entertainment and having fun and going on vacation or spending money for things that don't necessarily matter, at least for right now. Some of y'all are spending on things that don't really matter to you. Just less partying, less socializing, less acting as if you don't have to put in more work. Some of y'all are acting like you don't, like you're like, okay, so I've made it this far and I can coast, I can get comfortable, I don't have to work harder. Or some of y'all are like, okay, if people are not happy with the way I run things, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy all the hard work that I've done because I deserve it. Okay? That's the energy you need less of. Moving on. And this pink is the most likely outcome of this situation. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. If y'all can see, essentially what's going to happen near future, and it may pop up in your weekly outlook. So this is your weekly outlook up here, and it looks like it pops up in the in January, the first week of January. Now, is that always the case for everyone? No, but sometimes it is. And it also depends on what you do. So after this reading, whatever you do, you could shift the outcome, or you could shift the algorithm, or whatever. This could happen at any certain week, but it looks like January. So you're still going to have a mental blockage, and you're not going to work. You're not going to at least work on the things that you should. And that's understandable too, because the holiday season or because of winter. Winter makes people want to isolate or stay home and not be too productive. But in your case, for many of you, you do have to work. You do have to put in certain, you do have to accomplish certain tasks or obligations based upon who you are and what your responsibility is. So it looks like you're not going to be working on the things you should. And you're not going to be able to communicate. You're not going to be able to communicate what you're going through with other people. And you're still going to have that mental blockage. And it's going to cause you to worry. So either you're going to procrastinate and you're going to worry over your procrastination, or it's just whatever you're focused on to kind of avoid facing the consequences or facing reality, it's still going to keep you worried, stressed out, mental blockage. That's your near future. You're not going to fix things, and you're not going to work hard. But that's for some of y'all, and don't, it's not set in stone, because sometimes saying them negative, a negative outcome will actually spur you to change it around for the positive, and that could also be what drives you, what motivates you to do better, right? And it's all meant to be. It's all meant to be positive. This is just a warning or a word of caution from your loved ones on the other side. Again, not my words. Now, moving on to the words of advice. This is also from your loved ones, okay? You have advice number 1, 2, and 3. You could relate to 1 or 2 or 3 or all or none, okay? But I do hope something is in here for you. Advice number 1, if I can grab it. I positioned my camera differently today, so it's out of reach. Things are out of my reach. You have the 8 of Wands. Didn't you have the 8 of Wands? No, you have in your weekly outlook. So this may pertain to the first week of December for you, but not always the case. You have the Lovers in reverse and the Queen of Swords. Interesting. Then you have a King of Swords somewhere, or am I? No, you didn't. Okay. Moving on. Advice number 1. If some of y'all are not being realistic, there are people in your life right now who are not happy with you, either at home, in your relationships, or at work. But more likely, this is someone you love, someone you care about. They're not happy. You know it, but you're not really working on it. And for whatever reason that may be, you're not working on it. And you're not accepting what they're telling you. Okay, you're not accepting. So your loved ones on the other side say, you're going to have to be like the Queen of Swords, man. You're going to have to be able to discern what is reality, what's not reality, what is the truth and what is not the truth. You're going to have to be honest with yourself, honest with the situation, honest in your relationships. You're going to have to take accountability. You're going to have to be fair, and you're going to have to be able to communicate and listen with whoever is not happy, because something's happening, right? Within them, I feel internally. And it could also do with you too. If you're feeling a shift within you, again, because some of y'all are not happy, and from what people can see, other people, and if I didn't say it, and what we can actually see, other people can see that you're not satisfied or you're not content. Something's off with you. Either it's you've already expressed it, or you haven't, but other people can see it. And they know something's just, something is in you is like, and you're going to have to communicate that with other people if it's you that doesn't feel satisfied, or it's the other person, or both of you, right? Now, advice number 2, whoops. You have judgment, strength. I like how it's like, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I feel like it's like the Wheel of Fortune, where it's like judgment, strength. Anyway, advice number 2, your loved ones on the other side, they really, really, really wanted me to stress that you take accountability for your actions. They want you to self-reflect, self-evaluate. There is strength, there is power within being able to be self-aware and being able to increase your self-awareness. So, and being able to check in with yourself periodically, because that's how you grow. That's how you maintain your power. That's how you maintain your strength. And that's how you're able to course correct your path and how you operate things. You have to be able to look back at everything that has happened and see where your fails, your misses, your weaknesses, anything that you can help self-develop. And not only that, your loved ones on the other side said it takes two. So whoever in your life that you are having conflict with or who's not happy, any other adult or teenager, and even a child, even with my children, I'm able to sit down with them, and they're young, they're in elementary, and I'm able to go, okay, what is it that mommy is not doing that you would like mommy to do? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? So even children can self-reflect and self-evaluate, and they can speak with you on their feelings. And anyway, so your loved ones are saying, okay, one, you need to evaluate yourself, and the people involved need to evaluate themselves, because that is how you grow and strengthen not only your leadership, but your family, your home life, your relationships at home and at work. All right. That's advice number 2. Advice number 3, you have the Lovers card yet again, okay? And a little bit of heartbreak. So you have the Lovers, 3 of Swords, and the Devil in reverse. Your loved ones on the other side want you to remember why you even committed yourself to a certain relationship. So if some of y'all are questioning your relationship, they want you to remind yourself, write down if you need to, or just take a minute to think about why you committed yourself in a relationship in the first place, why you committed or dedicated yourself to your family in the first place, why you committed and dedicated yourself to your career or your job in the first place. Why is it that you made all these promises? And if you still feel like it is worth pursuing or worth still committing to and dedicating to, then you're going to be able to. So if you're the devil's here because there's something in your mind, right? That mental blockage of you should stay or should you go. It's surrounding some sort of you know how I said that there's something that you're not happy with? Okay, it's stemming from something that happened in the past. Something in the past that maybe you've worked on, or maybe you forgot about, or you put in the back of your mind. Even if you're happy right now with this new purpose or this new role or this new phase in your life, even if overall you're still happy, there's something else for some of y'all that you need to look back, because there's this pain that needs to be addressed, and it needs to have a conversation, and it needs to be processed in order to take the power away from this pain, because whatever it is holding you back, and it's creating that mental blockage. And also too, if there's some pain or betrayal or grief or something within the heart of someone you love or care about, that needs to be addressed as well. It's the only way to the only way to release yourself and to release whoever is affected by you and release themselves. So to be able to make your loved ones happy as well, your family, your partner, you're gonna have to talk about what hurts the most, okay? And remember why you even started in the first place, why you dedicated yourself, okay? And we're not talking about promises that, remember why you started this diet, or remember why you wanted to work here at this job in the first. No, we're talking about your soul promises, what you committed spiritually on that, like it matters so much to you. Think about those type of promises. Why did you commit yourself all of yourself, heart, mind, body, spirit, to certain people or certain goals. All right. Okay. I think y'all get it. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Moving on to your weekly outlook up here. The weekly outlook is very specific. And it may be for you or it may not. And also may change. You have the 8 of Wands in reverse and the Star. So back to advice number 1. So the changes that you're not comfortable with, certain changes you're not comfortable with, you're going to have to try to have hope that it will work out for the better. Or if you experience some disappointment of like, oh my Lord, like why is everything not working? Why is what I do, all my efforts not, why am I not getting it back, receiving the equal measure of reward? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's the word? It's a different word I'm trying to say. But some of you are left to wonder, what? Why am I not getting the applause? Why am I not getting more money? Why am I not getting the love and attention and affection and a thank you? Okay, so you're just, you could just be like, I get this image of some of y'all looking up at the sky and you're like, what is happening right now for week number 1? And some of you are just going to have to gather that level of hope and optimism that it's going to be okay, no matter if something that you're faced with something that you're not happy with or satisfied with. Week number 2, yeah, okay, never mind. Sometimes I like to like go deep into each spread of cards that I pick up, because I'm like, no, I gotta tell you exactly what happens at 1 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, 5 p.m. Like I want to just give you everything, all the details. But then we'd be here for like 3 hours, and I don't think y'all want that. You have the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. So if we took this picture quite literally, again, painting the picture, imagine that this is you laying in bed. It could be because you choose to rest, you choose to recover. It could be because you're overwhelmed, because of, again, in the near future, you're in bed yet again, metaphorically speaking, because of you're overwhelmed and you're stressed out or you're fearful and you can't move in the direction that you need. You can't make the right choices for you. So week number 2 in December, you're just going to be like, you know what, I'm just going to take a break, whether you choose to or not, because of setbacks or in your planning and your goals. Something's going to happen that you wanted to happen in week number 2. It didn't happen for you. It did not happen. So you may just stay at home. But again, you could change it. You can change what happens. 10 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. Either you're going to forsake or let go of all your obligations, or some of them, in favor of, yet again, relaxing or just avoiding having to deal with all the drama or dealing with that feeling of being overwhelmed and anxious and angry. For some of y'all, you just don't want to be angry or negative, and so you're trying to be positive, and the way to be positive for some of y'all is to just chill out and turn your phone off or go somewhere or just stay in bed like you were in week number 2 for some of y'all. And yeah, because you're not happy. For some of y'all, you're just not satisfied. Again, something within you is like, oh, I'm not happy with how things are. So you're just gonna stop doing what you're supposed to be doing. Whether that is for, let me draw one more card for that one. Oh Lord. Let's see. Week number 3. Just one extra card. I'm just drawing a card for Aquariuses. Seven of Wands. Okay, so oh, some of you are like, you know what? If you don't believe in me, if you don't support me, if you don't appreciate all that I do for you, then you go and do it. You try doing what I do. You try stepping into my shoes, stepping into what I do, and see if how long you last, or you see all that I'm trying to do. That is week number 3 for some of y'all. And the last week of December. If I could pick it up. Sorry, again, my camera is different. I just saw my jammies. I'm wearing my jammies today. Don't judge me. You have the Six of Pentacles and the Death. Going back to your purpose, your renewed sense of purpose. You're at the beginning of your journey, right? Except for you're resisting a change, either within you or within other people, or within the dynamic of a situation. You're resisting something happening. You're trying to prevent something from happening because you see it as a gift to yourself, as a mercy to yourself. You're giving yourself grace to not let go of how things are, or how things should go. I don't know how to describe that to you. I'll do one more card for clarity. One more for the 4th week. The last week of December. What's going on for Aquariuses? The King of Swords. Okay. Communication, the mastery of communication. Are you still not going to talk? Are you not going to talk to the people that you need to talk to? Let me see one more card. I'm just drawing one more card. The Page of Wands. All right, well, remember I said how we can actually see you be the Page of Wands. You just stopped. You were in the beginning phase and you just stopped. So whatever this new purpose that you have, you just decide not to. Okay, well, you've just stopped everything, huh? For some of y'all. And again, not set in stone. You just, okay, well, I'll just leave it at that. You have the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. So remember, you have that in your near future. In January. This is the first week of January. Stressed out, overwhelmed, anxious, fearful, lots of thoughts running through your mind, worst case scenarios. Either you feel like you cannot overcome what's going on in your life, or you're going to try to find a way. You're going to try to find a way for yourself. Let me see. One more card for the first week of January. For my Aquariuses, please. I haven't been saying please this whole reading, I don't think. So, please, one more card for Aquarius. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. So that's hopeful. Notice that in your underlining energy, you have the King of Pentacles. You had a lot of masculine energy, a lot of leadership, power energy. Now, the first week of January, you're going to have the Knight of Pentacles energy. So You may not be the King of Pentacles, but you have become the Knight of Pentacles, which looks like a step backward, but you're actually moving forward. So yes, you're going to figure out, you're going to probably, because it's the new year, have new feelings of like you can turn it around. It's a new year, a new you, and you're just gonna find a way out of that negative headspace that you're in, and actually have good intentions, and you're going to follow through with those intentions, and it's going to turn around for you. That's positive. Your word of encouragement, oops, you have the Ace of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Your loved ones on the other side want you to know that even if you can't see it right now, even if you can't see what tomorrow brings, or a month from now brings, or the next year brings, even if you can't see it right now, there is a blessing coming your way of deep love, of deep connection. It's coming your way. But you have to remember that you cannot keep looking back into your past. If there's something within you, because some of y'all had heartbreak, remember? Where is it? There's some heartbreak going on. If you're able to overcome that heartbreak, either within you or within the other person. So this is for some of y'all that need to overcome some heartbreak, or overcome whatever happened in the past, or even just forgive yourself and the mistakes that you've made, and the obligations and responsibilities that you've neglected. If you can forgive yourself and move on, like, okay, so I messed up, or okay, I didn't make the right decisions at the right time, or I haven't made the right choices, or whatever it is, whatever neglect, or whatever. If you can then move forward and go, okay, how can I fix it? Your loved ones on the other side want you to know that love is coming your way. A deep connection is coming your way with other people and within yourself. There's going to be a connection between you and God, you and a higher power, you and the universe. There's a sense of harmony, inner peace within your spirit and with other people that you share this world with. Okay? So even if you can't see it, it's going to happen. You just gotta move forward in a with the belief that you can fix whatever you need to fix. Okay, for some of y'all, and I hope that helped. If it did, please subscribe or like, or just keep coming on back. And with that said, to all my Sagittarius, because we're in November, so it's Sagittarius season. But to all my Aquariuses, take care.